You're all welcome this wonderful time, this evening, morning, afternoon, depending on where you day. I greet you anywhere you they see me from, anywhere you they hear me from, anywhere you they look me from. I greet you in the name of Chukokike. Thank you for being part of this program, this wonderful time, this wonderful day. We must continue, like you see today, this wonderful evening. We go look into some things, like we go listen to waiting Soyinka Wole Soyinka waiting in talk about Biafra, waiting in talk about P2B, because some people still there, they deceive themselves. Some people still they deceive themselves, but we no go stop at anything. We go they go on, and we go still look into this Simon Egba. Who really is this Simon Egba? We go look into that one as well, and we go tell ourselves the truth as it be, because we na people where they talk truth, we know they lie. Anything we see will be truth. Now we they bring content everybody we want hear truth to make it hear. And Ebubago we there for, so they don't finish. Maybe tomorrow I go play the voice make on I hear. You see, when we tell people that when you allow yourself make you day used, make when you allow yourself make your own enemy, you know very well say na your enemy. You allow yourself make it they use you. How you think say your enemy go finally love you later? Now waiting our people know they agree. The same people where they use them. Listen, this thing na the same Ebubago when they work with the Nigerian government, army, Nigeria police, DSS, call them names. But today, the same people turn again, come carry all of them, all their leaders of Ebubago, they carry them from also today, go dump them for Abuja. You see, e never stop. Oh. Just make with the wash. The music just the start. The music just the start. Nobody will go stand against his own family will go win. You no go win. You cannot fight your family and win. The same people that used you, see them now, see them. General Danjuma, where are they today? He they cry. The same people that used him against the good people. See the other one, go on. He they cry. Forget they cry, they don't want to come out and talk the truth. We go look into Mazi Simon Ekpa. We go talk some things about him. But before then, what is this democracy?
The law does not recognize who is a politician. The law does not recognize who is the leader of a political party. The law does not recognize who is what. The law simply recognizes a human being who should operate within the rule of law. You transgress the law. Do not cross lines. Don't say you cannot, the police should not get to you because you are leader of a political party.
But in Nigeria, it happen. That is Nigeria for you. In Nigeria today, the Nigerian military go buy food. We go into that one as well. We go talk the things where they happen in Nigeria. Nigeria today, military go carry gun, come out, come they collect money. Nothing they happen. Somebody go come your place, you cut your head, nothing they happen. Somebody go they free to go and bury his mother. Why the other person no they free to get medical attention? Somebody will commit heinous evil crime, they free to go home, to go rest for 2 weeks. While somebody will not do anything, you hold them there. Common to change cloth, you know, gree. Common to drink good water, no. Common to go and get medical attention, you say no. That is it. Law, no, they look face, but no be for Nigeria. I don't know. It be like say, make we start with waiting happen for Abuja. It go good to make we start with waiting happen for Abuja. Now, small, small, we go into. And I want you to see, we no get choice but to continue because the moment you stop, your own is over. As you the think say you want stop, make you begin the think say your own don't finish. That is what we must all understand. Now let's go.
Until the Banex Plaza authorities provide all those involved in the confrontation with military personnel. We're joined now by a legal counsel to Banex shop owners, Maxwell Opara. Good to see you, Maxwell, and thanks for your time. Well, a lot of people have weighed in on this with the intention to bring culprits to book. As a counsel to these concerned shop owners around Banex, what's the developing story you're getting from that quarter?
Well, I want to start by thanking you for having me and also to condemn what happened at Banex on the 13th in its entirety. Not only as a human being, as a lawyer, you don't encourage or support one taking laws into his hand. Now, but I want us to see it in this way. And the earlier the president called the management of Nigerian army to order, the better for us. Because one, you cannot use wrong to correct wrong. And you cannot visit an innocent person because of the sin of another person. Now, the management and the police in that Banex Plaza have tried as much as possible to address this issue. You purchase a phone, after weeks, you complain about.
Now, about the Banex Plaza that has been shut down by Nigerian military, I want us to really take a look and understand what thing really happened. Maxwell, the same lawyer that is among the media team defending our leader, Mazenam Degano, happens to be the lawyer, the counsel for the people of Banex Plaza, and he's here to tell us the story. What really transpired? What really happened? Nigeria Army take laws into their hand, but we know they understand them. Only in Nigeria, negative they become positive. We go praise them. Army did not come out to condemn their soldiers that went to harass people with guns and tear gas. You went to business premises where, by the way, if you are going to buy telephone, must you go there as an army? Must you go there to terrorize people? But in Nigeria, this is what you get. Continue to listen to him. You will hear the story, what really happened from Maxwell, their lawyer.
An innocent person because of the sin of another person. Now, the management and the police in that Banex Plaza have tried as much as possible to address this issue. You purchase a phone, after weeks, you complain about the phone. They say that the problem is from the battery. And it's because of the way you use the battery. And they ask you, let us change the battery. You said, no, you want a new phone. You left and went to go and hire a military man to come and assist you. The military man came with his uniform and collected the phone by force. And the police now came. Come, you ask the police that who gave them the authority to intervene in this matter.
Are you getting it? When we tell you that in Nigeria, military is in charge, people don't understand it and people don't believe. People don't believe because you be soldier, you can do undo. What gives soldier right to go to somebody's business and they took his product by force? You went there, you took a commodity. Are you not a thief? If you go person shop with your army uniform, go take something, no be thief you be. It's a thief. That army should be tried for robbery first with gun. You went there with the gun under Nigeria. Did anybody assign you to that job you went to? Nobody assigned you. But Nigerian military are not saying that this man has gone against the law. At the first place, he should be cooling in detention. He should be dismissed before you go looking for the people that beat him. The people that beat him went against the law. The army man went against the law. All of them went against the law. You should not lock up the business premises because 2 people, 3 people beat up your criminal army that went on illegal assignment to commit crime.
The police post now came down with other policemen. Come, let us resolve this matter. You refused. All of a sudden, the other person now ran away with the phone. And the person says, no, you cannot run away from my phone.
With a new phone.
With the new phone.
Right.
That's what brought about this. Now, but nobody's talking about that. Thank God that there was no, we did not record any casualty in respect of death. Now, this thing has happened. Military, we are a creation of the law. The management of the plaza, that place is a very big, we have 5 banks in that particular plaza. We have a lot of business going on there. Even those that doesn't even know what was going on. Now you lock up their business for how many days now? Because somebody was beaten. Now you don't use wrong to correct wrong. And then when they met the brigadier commander or whoever, he said, I'm not going to dialogue with you. You people should go and produce all those 8 persons we saw in the video clip, and left. How would they produce all those persons? And you see, excuse me, if you watch in this country, the way they carry out investigation, you continue to ask yourself, does these people observe the necessary training or investigation?
Right.
Because the point I'm making is that you open that place. When you open that place and allow business to flourish, then you now set up here a plainclothes investigators to get those people arrested. You now ask these people to where are they going to arrest them? That if they did not arrest them, that plaza, and you don't block somebody's business without court order.
Yes, let me come in here. The
Nigeria army have the right to mount roadblock. Army have the right to invade any community of their choice and level down the community. Army have right to send people into IDP camp in Nigeria. And it has become a normal thing that nobody argues, nobody discusses, because in Nigeria, if you know Banex Plaza, Abuja, if you have not been there, if you are in Abuja, go and witness. It's a bigger business premises that so many businesses are inside. Now, because an army man from Nigeria army man went there on illegal assignment that he was not assigned to, that nobody assigned him to, he went to fulfill his criminal mind desire, stealing a telephone with a uniform and gun. And he was beaten up like a thief. Have we forgotten that Nigeria is all the land of jungle justice? If I'm a man who carry somebody come thief phone with uniform, you go call am army, he show you go beat him like a criminal because he don't become thief. For you to go somebody shop, go take phone by force, wetin it be? No be act of stealing. But nobody there asks, why did this man, who sent him there, with which warrant? Police came out to tell you that it's a military. Go, we are looking. You send a lie. Who tell police to come? Nobody is talking about this. You are only locking up the plaza because the people in that plaza are Biafran people. 99% of the business owners in that premises are Biafrans. That was why, or that is why the place is locked up. If you go up, go prophet, go traditional, go soothsayer, this is the answer. Because the people conducting, carrying out, doing business, they are Biafrans. Finish, Ogbula. What if also? Now the place has been locked up. You are not going to pay their bills for them. They have their cars, they have their houses, they pay, they have their children, they feed, they have everything. Are you going to pay? Why should you lock up their business? I think say you bear me when they do investigation. Why don't they go and do cordon and search in that place? Musa should go and conduct cordon and search, and the fish out those that do this. A country that don't have any system, you cannot find out anybody. You come out into the street, you arrest anybody you want to arrest at any time. That is it. You have done your investigation in the office before coming into the field. That is Nigeria for you.
The army says that the shutdown of the plaza was done after consultations with the management of the plaza.
No, it is the
Army will always tell you lies. Remember what they told you when Okwama happened. They can never give you a true information.
highest of this all. They never had any discussion. The management met them. He came and said, I'm not coming here to discuss with you people. You can bring them. You people should go and produce all those 8 persons. If you don't produce them, that Banner's plan will still be under lock and key. How dare you? You, army, you are the creation of the law. It's the law that established you. It's the law that established the
But
president.
as the lawyer of the management of that plaza, I believe you are.
Yes.
Has there been any move to at least apologize to the Nigerian army for the unfortunate incident that happened, where uniformed officers representing the state were battered in such, really brutal?
You see the problem I have with Nigerian journalists. They cannot call this army to interview army chief to ask him, did he send the soldier on errand to go and they help somebody steal a phone? Because Natif, he go thief that phone. As long as I am concerned, he go steal the phone. Now who signed the document make he go help somebody take phone? Now who did that? Who sent him on that mission he went to tear gas people? They cannot invite the military officers to interview them, but they can easily interview anybody to interview them. Standing on the side of the military, standing with what the military told you. Have you seen this media? Why would they send their representative to the Banners Plaza to go and verify from people there on the ground? But they will not do it. They will sit in their offices, in air-conditioned, beautiful, furnished places, and the army will call them on telephone to tell them what happened, and they will come and publish to people. Whether it is true or not, they don't care. In a place where things work, they should have sent their, what do you call them? Their journalists on ground, go to Banners Plaza and interview the people of Banners Plaza to get the real information. But they cannot do it because this is Nigeria, where Oga will tell you, give you script of what you could do, you do.
Unseemly way.
You don't even
Has
need
anything of the sort even happened?
Of course, the management. In fact, all the people that even committed those sins, they don't even have shop with them. They have no business in that place. Of course, every business, every market you go, you normally sit out, and they have been doing their best to chase them out of that place. If you are going to that Banners Plaza, you will see them asking you, which phone, what do you want, whatever thing that you want, they have it. They don't have any business in that place. You don't even need, whether you are a military person, so far that you are a citizen living in this country, nobody have a right to beat you up, whether army or no army. Now, what we are now saying is that everybody has condemned it. A way forward. A way forward is that allow these people to continue with their business. Then work with them, the management, because those people can be arrested when there is business. If you watch now, that place is deserted. How do you want the general manager or the chairman of a shop owners association or this to arrest those people? Where are they going to see them? You allow business to flourish. You can even give it something like 2 months. Then those people will be arrested. So what you are now calling the president is to call the army command, National Assembly. They should come in, because the way this thing is going, it has generated to another thing. Now some people are trying to tribalize it.
What other thing?
They are now saying that it's Igbo. I'm hearing that one this evening.
Is that what
Who is they that's saying it?
You know, and their lawyer.
Yeah.
A lot of we are here. Yes, we are hearing a lot of things, and the people that said that say you don't. The owner of the phone, the seller, is not an Igbo.
Have you heard it? They say it's Igbo because their target na Igbo. Their target na Igbo. Unfortunately for them, the seller is not an Igbo. So because of this, you lock up the Igbo so-called Igbo business. Their target is always Igbo. But I did shame for my people when you agree, listen, or understand what did happen to them. Igbo.
The buyer is not an Igbo. Why are you now trying to tribalize it? Whether Igbo or no Igbo, what we are saying is that let the right thing be done. Let the military allow the business to open. And they don't have a right to lock somebody's business because of whatever thing. We have seen
No, you cannot say because of whatever thing, because what we're saying here, we're talking about what has just happened.
Yes.
We're not talking about any other person. We're talking about someone in military uniform, people. Now, the question...
The important thing is the people in military uniform. Even if they went there to commit any evil, it is not important. The important thing is that law covers them. The same law that covers them to murder innocent people, to shoot aside innocent people, the same law that covered them to mount roadblock and collect money by force. We saw a policeman today strangling a man on steering, an Uber driver, because you want maybe 100 naira or 1,000 naira at worst. He was trying to strangle an Uber driver on a steering, on a wheel. Motor was moving. The policeman was strangling him. The woman inside was videoing and shouting, crying. Who knows how they ended up? They will arrest him tomorrow after police have strangled him. That's if he's still alive. He will be arrested. He will be prosecuted. Why the police that commit the evil will be free out there? The army has come to steal something from it. You don't want to talk about that. The truth is that they beat the army. That is the only offense you see here. You are not saying that the army went there on illegal mission. That one is not counted. The only thing that counts is that army was beaten. But army go catch civilian, beat them, brutalize them. Nothing go happen. Army go catch a civilian, damage him motor, beat them upside down, even shoot them. Nothing go happen. But to go close, to touch army uniform like this, you have committed offense. Is their lives that are more important than the other lives? Is their law that is different from anyway, we know that there are laws that are governing some people and some laws governing some other people. But if we don't understand this thing, it will always be difficult for us to live. If you understand that the law applied to people, certain people, is not being applied to the other people, you will be free to walk because you will know how the worker go. But if you don't understand that this law that is applied to Musa is not the same law that is being applied to you, you will understand. So we must know. We must understand. It is always me and you. We be their target. Now we did the look for. He look like Igbo. He is a target. He be businessman. He don't become Igbo man. You are a target. Now look at them. But the thing here is that army was attacked. The thing here is not that the army went to help somebody to steal a phone. The thing here is not that army went on illegal assignment that nobody sent him. The thing here is not that army told police to go and sit down. You have no right to judge me because I am an army man. The thing here is not that the army tear gassed the people in their business premises for no reason, just because they disagree with you.
Question: have you asked your clients
Yes.
if these people, because you say people come around Banex and try to make ends meet.
Yes.
If these are the regular faces, because we have the video, so are these regular faces who come around Banex Plaza? Is that a conversation you think you can have with your clients?
They are doing their best. In fact, they have the task force.
No. Is that a conversation you think you can have with your clients?
Of course, they are doing their best now. I am saying they have been meeting. We have been meeting together.
Are you saying that conversation is ongoing?
It's
right
ongoing,
now?
but the military command should allow business, because this is the only area to get the people that want to get arrested. Allow business to flourish. Let the people come. Because the people
Let's
that
be logical here.
Are they identifiable?
Let's be logical here.
Sorry,
let's be logical. Let me come in here. If you're wanted, you definitely will not come around that business place. So let's be logical.
Of course.
If you open the place, if you're on a wanted list, you won't be found around that place. So have we tried to ask some of these people who are good businessmen there if they've been able to find those who know who can identify?
Look at the question you are asking a lawyer. Is this not the duty of police? Is it not the job of police to go and they do their findings? Is it not? Have police, you should be asking, these people, are they shameful now, self? Are they shameful now? Una shame they worry me. You say you be journalist. What you should do, you know now. Now me go teach you what you go do. That is why they will always wait to get what Master Simon Ekpa will talk. They go carry a former. Make we listen to Wole Soyinka or Wole Soyinka on what he said. He says so many things, and we are going to be listening to all of them one by one. Let's go.
Inflicted on us by a gross costs also intrigued during my normal
Prof, thank you so much for doing this. I'm so grateful. Thank you for making out the time. I do want to start with, I mean, when I saw you, you still look very healthy and in good spirits. What would you say is the secret to a good life? You're 89 years old now, going to be 90 in July. What's the secret to living as long as you've lived and as healthy as you've lived so far?
The secret?
Yes.
Well, I think I try. I'm not also intrigued by a lot of things going on around me, and I asked questions. Always asking questions, not satisfied with the surface of things. I think that was a trait which was remarked by my siblings, elder siblings, and by my relations.
Yes. I've been asking other guests of mine about the Civil War, more so because of your age. I would imagine you experienced the Civil War, and I know you've talked about it as well in other interviews you've given. How would you describe the Civil War that Nigeria went through 1967 to 1970? How would you describe it, Prof?
A waste, a total waste, a gross, costly error. It was an avoidable war. It was an unjust war. And I said so at the time, as you probably know. And I was appalled by the fact that we went to war so easily. I should explain that I believe very much in the right of self-determination. Otherwise, what was independence all about? What's the entire struggle for liberation on the African continent all about, if it is not about the right of people to determine their own destiny? And to find us fighting a war to preserve the demarcations inflicted on us by foreign intruders was for me an act of abject mental enslavement. It was surrendering our will and the readiness to go to war and lose close to 2 million people to preserve something which was imposed on us by total aliens was for me a humiliating fact. It was worse than a crime against ourselves. It was just a denial of who we were as creatures of reason, of volition, of self-determination. It made nonsense, in fact, of what I considered we were. So, and the consequences are still with us till today.
I know you've met some Chief Odumegwu Ojukwu when you met him when he was alive. Ojukwu,
yes.
Yes, the General Ojukwu. What was your? How would you describe him? Obviously, he's the one that led the Biafra war on the Biafra side of things. What kind of a person was he when he was alive? Your interaction with him?
Yeah. A mixture. He was very conscious of his class. I mean, he belonged to an affluent. He had an affluent father who was a business person. He was sent to the best schools for education. I can't recall whether he went to Oxford. I think he went to Oxford. And when he came back, we met as young people. He was older than I was, of course. And at the beginning, I didn't even like him at all. And that's before I went away. He was very class conscious,
Yes.
Rich, wealthy. He drove a sports car. Me, I trundled along on my father's ancient rally bicycle. I remember very well.
Yes.
And we used to meet at the same area. We had mutual friends.
Yes.
But when he came back, and this happened to so many young people. You can have a very frivolous, uncaring youth, and an issue comes up, which will affect you, and there's a transformation. And so he definitely had a sense. He felt a sense of mission. He became totally committed, to the Biafran cause, and he tried to rise to that occasion as fast and as determinedly as he could. I thought for somebody without background and with those challenges, he didn't do too badly. He made some terrible decisions, I believe. He also had to accept responsibility for the entire scenario, going to war. After Aburi, there was a chance that the country could have moved a little bit more apart rather than stick with the kind of regimentation there. And all the leadership at that time, in fact, were culpable. But in my view, we on the federal side had a greater culpability.
Yes. So, you talked of the decisions he made that were terrible, sir. When you compare that to people like Nnamdi Kanu today, Nnamdi Kanu trying to resurrect that Biafra spirit, what would you say, or what would your advice to people like Nnamdi Kanu, the Yoruba nation, those people that are agitating for a split from Nigeria? What would your advice or suggestion be to them from your experience?
Well, the first thing I have to say is that I said at the time, and this was what got me into serious trouble, because they felt that by making such statement, in fact, it was singled out. Making such a statement, I was trying to demoralize the federal side and actively promoting the Biafran cause. When I said and I wrote, I said, you cannot defeat Biafra. And people thought I was merely talking of they took a very simplistic approach to understanding that. They thought I was talking about the battlefield, on the battlefield. Well, that was involved as well. Because when the people are determined, they're willing to sacrifice anything to preserve their identity. When they feel they're on a righteous cause, it's difficult to defeat them.
Yes.
If there's any, shall we say, military defeat, it's only temporary.
You see why we are where we are today? And what does General Effiong said? If you refuse to treat these people right, their children unborn are going to get born into the same thing we are seeing today, and they are going to rise against you, and you will not be able to defeat them. We are those children today. We are those children today. You heard him. Nigeria is a country that do not want to listen to the reality. They believe unless you are supporting them, you are evil. Wole Soyinka told them they will not defeat these people. Do you know who you defeated will not ever come back again? If you defeat anybody, you have defeated him. They did not defeat Biafra. I want you to know that. They did not defeat Biafra. And they can never defeat Biafra. If you listen to what Wole Soyinka said, he told them this something he said here now before, and he was imprisoned and he was called a sabo to Nigeria. What did he mean by that? He was telling Nigeria, you cannot defeat Nigeria. Go into go and find a solution to this. You went to Aburi. What was the outcome of your Aburi visit? What did you get from Aburi? What was your agreement? Why are you not standing on what you signed? What is that treaty you went to Aburi for? Why have you thrown it away to come to Biafra land to shoot gun? They called him evil man. I don't care what you did yesterday. If you rise up today to say the truth, I will thank you for saying the truth. That's so me I did. And that is the truth about every Biafran. If you are evil man and this, you said something good that I need to tell you, you say truth, I will tell you, you said the truth. He said the truth. And for that truth, he has been persecuted. For that truth, he came back today after 60 years to tell you, or after 50 years, to tell you the same truth again. You cannot defeat Biafra. It's not about shooting gun. He is not the first person that I've said this. Many people have told you. Even those who will be prophet have told you. You cannot defeat Nigeria. You cannot defeat Biafra. Nigeria cannot defeat Biafra. It's not about carrying gun and shooting down people. It's not about carrying gun and sending soldiers or troops, even borrowing soldiers from Senegal or where, to go and shoot people. It's not about bombing houses. It's not about shooting innocent people. It's not about raising a babago, raising a sawana. No, actually, I come to realize that Asawana is not that of Ejiofor, but Asawana is a kind of language by the people of, I don't really know what it means, but the people of Riverine area. So people of Asare Dokubo police, you cannot stop Biafra by sending them. You cannot stop Biafra by kidnapping people. You cannot stop Biafra by harvesting our organs, killing us, locking down our businesses, shutting down our businesses, burning down our properties. You cannot stop Biafra by demolishing, destroying our businesses in the name that you are constructing roads. You cannot. Biafra is a thing that when you hear Biafra is a spirit, it's truly a spirit, because you cannot destroy spirit, you cannot end spirit. That's why when I see people praying spirit, it dies, Satan die, demon die, you are lying. You are lying. You are deceiving yourself. Anybody that told you you can kill a spirit is a lie. You can only stop a spirit from a certain thing for a certain time, not for all the time. But Mali say you can fool some people sometime, you cannot fool all the people all the time. You cannot defeat Biafra. Is the language, is the word, is the sentence, is the answer, is the question, is the answer. You cannot defeat Biafra. Does not mean when you can't shoot me, I no go die. No. But if you shoot me, have you watched Vietnam War, American Vietnam War? Have you watched? Go and watch the war. When people are determined, when people are determined to defend their own lives, to defend the air they breathe, to defend what they believe, that if you take it away from them, they are useless in life. If somebody take away the air you breathe, of what need is it that you're living? That is just the answer. That is the question.
Real issue remains unsolved. I mean, that's a lesson of history all over the world.
Yes.
And so when I made that statement, I was saying the Biafra, that notion, that concept, and all that it involved, both antecedents and the present, and also, in fact, including the future, seeing what the people who are determined to go on their own, seeing what they could become. That is part and parcel of the cause. And when you have that kind of binding combination of different causes, it's very difficult to defeat them. And so Nnamdi Kanu represents that concept. He is one of the younger generation who inherited a burden of defeat, of resentment, and a determination, in their view, not to make the mistakes of even their predecessors. They have a new will, they have a new understanding of history. The only problem I had with was the language which Nnamdi Kanu used over Radio Biafra. I listened to some of it, very incendiary,
Yes.
and also disrespectful.
Do you know? They listened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as well. He said it. Because he said the only problem he had with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he's insultful. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu mouth, they smell like our own, they smell. Because when our people, when you offend me, I will forget your name and they call you whatever I want to call you. So when you do the right thing, I will remember you by your name. So him telling you that Nnamdi Kanu is very insultful, very disrespectful. He loves what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing, but the only problem he found there is the insult. Very insulting. But now something that makes somebody angry when you remember where you are coming from, when you remember that over 6 million people have been murdered, when you remember that over 20 million people or 50 million people in total since 1935 till today have been massacred for no reason, has been destroyed, the lives has been destroyed, the properties has been destroyed. When you remember that you are not free to talk, you are not free to live, when you remember that some people in Riverine area, in Uguta, in Izombe, in Delta, where this oil come from, they live in abject plus abject plus abject, that's 1 million times poverty. When you remember that these people that live where you stole this oil from live, they don't know what telephone, they don't know what it is, they don't know, they don't see car. I don't know when I will have time to film that documentary. We will see them. They don't have roads. They are living in one useless trapped water, riverine water cover that should have been a beautiful island, but polluted by the oil. Most of them live and die in that community without crossing the other side. They don't know what electricity look like. They cannot even afford generator. They don't know what is called. We are watching Manchester or Man United or Liverpool or Madrid or Barcelona. They don't know. They will only know when somebody went out and come back and tell them what it looks like. To see one beautiful car Cayenne, to see one beautiful Range Rover, they will be wondering how it looks like. Probably somebody will come back to the city with a telephone to show them what all these things look like. In this age, people that their land should be more beautified than every other land in that country, they are suffering like pigs. They live in swamp. Even the water self where they go fish, you don't destroy them. When you remember all this, you will be happy, right? You will be happy because your name is Asari Dokobo. The only people that know all this, that remember all this and live happy are fools, and wickedness is eating up everything in them. Yeah, yes, bless him, my dear. He knows the truth. All of them knows the truth. Royal Winer, thank you so much. You see, when I was in the Dr. Damage's platform, if you see when I was telling them about Nigeria, they say it's boring. It's boring. That is, they don't want to hear, they have to cut me off. What they want to discuss is how Peter Obi will win the election. That is what they want to discuss. How Peter Obi will become their president. That will never happen till Generation King that come. And the one that is called Kun, the mad dog, useless boy that perm his hair, irresponsible human being, say that our prime minister is a fool. Look at him. That was why I left. You don't come there to insult people. You come to table your matter. You think you are from Anambra State who will stop Biafra from coming. Who are you? You are nobody. Anambra State doesn't know you live. Will you be proud to go back to your community to show your mother how you perm your hair? Because you are in Europe or you are in America or you are in Canada. You've forgotten where you come from. Fools everywhere. Baboons are better than they are. I was angry. Don't dare insult. Listen, if I will sit there and you are insulting Prime Minister, why I got angry and left is he was insulting Prime Minister Simon Ekpa and I was insulting him back and my microphone was off. Why should you off my microphone and leave him to speak? If you want to switch off the microphone, you switch all of that. They don't want to hear the truth. Those are the things we are saying today. If everybody will appreciate the truth, we will be free immediately. You come from Yoruba, you want one beautiful Nigeria. You want one beautiful, you say you want a federalism. Where are you going to get federalism? When you know that there are people that are practicing Sharia law, they have Sharia police, they have Sharia court, they have Sharia local government, and you are telling me I should obey and wait. When these people come to my community, do not revolt. Just stay and obey. Obey a terrorist when he comes to kill me. I will keep quiet and keep my head. He cut it off. Is that what you're telling me? Why would I be happy? Why would I insult you? Same as a man the carries insulting.
I thought of even his own people.
I do agree with
The language. I don't want to go into details, but all you have to do is listen to it. So what is represented? In fact, I used a certain expression in recent contributions. What we fought for, those of us who stood on that side, we fought for a Biafra of conscience. And for me, that's very critical. And people like Nnamdi Kanu should not, or IPOP for that matter, or MASSOB, whatever, should not act against what are the core of our humanity, which is one of conscience. So yes, the cause, for me, nothing surprised me at all. In fact, it just surprised me that it took so long.
He is not surprised that the Biafrans are coming up again because he has long expected this. Anybody where Sabi think should know that Biafra is overdue. Anybody where get sense should know that Biafra is overdue. If you say Biafra no overdue, why no one give them right to vote? Let us see those baboons that want to vote that they love Nigeria. I tell you the truth. If you will do ballot today, open ballot to say, come and vote for or against Biafra, hope them will be the first to go and vote for Biafra. All of them will go and vote for Biafra. Because they are sure that after the voting, there will be no Nigeria again. They are all scared because they don't know what Nigeria will give to them. They are scared because they are working with time bomb planted inside their stomach or inside their heart. They heart or heart on short. How much they don't know how to go about it. They cannot go forward, they cannot go back. That is why those boys in Ebobago, their leaders has been carried to Abuja. The same Ebobago that worked with police and army yesterday, the same police and army don't come carry them. You cannot serve Nigeria. You cannot sacrifice anything for. If you like, sacrifice your whole family. At the end of it all, you will be the last sacrifice. So when you see people sacrificing the gift of life just to keep this Nigeria, don't worry. At their end, they are going to be their own last sacrifice, because when they kept sacrificing people's blood and life and organs just to keep their pocket, just to keep the peanuts coming, at the end of it, one day, the God wey you want take do sacrifice no go dey. God no go answer you as he answer Abraham. The ram wey you want take do that sacrifice, you go look, you no go see am. Even your son wey you want take do sacrifice, he no dey. You go become the sacrifice. Biafra cause don overripe. They throw away for ground, but many people don't know. This is why this Biafra is more right. Biafra must come. Biafra is here. Biafra is coming. Biafra can see it coming. Can see it coming. So if you are not seeing it, that you are not seeing Biafra coming does not mean Biafra is not coming. That you are not seeing Biafra, you are not sensing it, you are not sensing it, does not mean it's a lie. That's one problem we have. Anything we don't believe does not exist. That's our mentality, and that is too idiotic of some people. If you don't like anybody, anything from him is evil. It's not like that. That man will be ugly man, something good that come from his hand. That woman will no fine, something good that come out from her. But we don't know. The most ugly women, they have something the beautiful ones don't have. The most beautiful ones, they have some things that the ugly one. Everybody have their own. You cannot say, hey, because she is beautiful, she cannot possess everything. And because somebody is a wicked man does not mean he's wicked. That he is a wicked man to you does not mean he's a wicked man to everybody. It doesn't matter. Biafra must come. Believe it, you. hate it, you like it, it will not make any difference. At the end, your head go mount to like that boy that plait hair. If say they give me microphone, they are for finish am. If they plait hair, they can't talk. You go another man country where they don't sacrifice their blood, build for their children. You go to enjoy the something where they give for their children. Plait your hair, come they talk rubbish. Useless people everywhere. Muddy monkeys, muddy everywhere.
That what you might call the Biafra resurrection to take place in terms of consciousness. Nothing surprised me.
Yeah. Would you say there are similarities with the Yoruba nation and the way they've been treated? So, for example, you have the way Nnamdi Kanu was treated or is being treated. Nnamdi Kanu is still in prison, DSL jail. Whereas you have the Yoruba nation leader. He was released a few months ago. So would you say there are similarities or differences to these two movements?
It's a mistake keeping Nnamdi Kanu in prison, I believe. To have, in fact, kidnapped him. There's no other word in the first place.
That's true.
He had a right to pursue his...
Are you listening? He accepted and he is telling the man that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. You hardly find people that will tell you this truth. Even Biafran people don't accept. Ask them, they will tell you he was arrested for jumping bail. But here is this man of 89 years telling you that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped and it shouldn't have happened. That is the mistake. And the worst mistake Tinubu we make not to let him go. What is his name again? The kidnapper himself. Buhari, the kidnapper. In case most of you don't know, Buhari was among those that came to Asaba to conduct the massacre. In case you don't know, Buhari was one of the people that led to the Asaba massacre. Buhari was the one that wanted to kidnap Umaru Diko. Buhari was the one that kidnapped Nnamdi. Kidnapping is running in his blood. Massacre is in his blood. Bless him, my dear. Southeast. No go there. Nobody be Southeast. We know be Southeast. I will show you something now that will make you believe. I showed us this thing yesterday. We are not from Southeast. You see now, do you see what is Southeast? You see what Southeast look like? Do you see it? Now, when you look, you go see where Taraba dey. Do you see where Taraba dey? And we they call ourselves, say we be Easterners. You see where Taraba dey? You see Adamawa, you see Plateau, you see Nasarawa. Are you in the East at all? We did not even go into East. We are all in the South. There is nothing like Southeast. Even some part of West is when you talk of like, when you want to talk of West South or Southwest, it will be reasonable because when you look here, you go see Lagos is in the Southwest. Osun, Ekiti, Ondo, Oyo, they are all in Southwest. But to draw the map straight from if you draw the map straight from Oyo to cross that's supposed to be so-called Southeast, you will find out that we are not in the Southeast. When you want to talk about the Southeast, you will see Benue State, you will see Kogi, you will see Nasarawa, you will see Taraba, even Plateau as Southeast. We are all in South. We are not from Eastern region. Look at the East. Look at East. Tell me how you are from Eastern region. Look at the East. You see the map? You see where East is there? Adamawa is center of East. How are you related to those places? This is all the things where they use, they divide us, they show us, say we be mumu. We know they understand them. We continue.
cause anywhere you want. He was never accused of physically bombing any place or killing any place. Language, yes, was incited, no question at all about that. But you don't arrest, you don't kidnap people. Buhari seemed to have an obsession with kidnapping people.
He said that Buhari have obsession for kidnapping. He there for him blood, though. He there for him blood, though. Criminal na criminal. No matter what you do, you no go fit comot out for him blood. A criminal is a criminal. Go up, come down is in his blood. No matter what you do, you no go fit clean am comot. That instinct of kidnapping and the killing, they waka with him. People know that understand that.
You know, that seemed to be his trademark.
Modus operandi.
It's like couldn't fulfill himself unless it put somebody in a crate and brought them back. And I think that politically speaking, if they have any real charges against him, well, since he's in their hands, they should try him. All these technical postponements, delays, these tactics of just of avoiding the basic issue, for me, it's just counterproductive.
Yes. I want to talk about literature, Prof, and education. Obviously, you won the Nobel Prize for Literature, the first African, I believe, to have won that prestigious prize. And looking at where our standard of education is now, we're talking in the car coming here, how it's dropped so far. What would you say, how would you describe it today, and how do you think we can solve it? How can we get better universities, better lecturers, a more engaging student group? How can we come back again to where I believe, according to you, we were before in the past when it comes to our education standards?
It requires a whole revamp of our mentality. The idea that you can rush people through a course and at the end give them a certificate, dealing with using the yardstick of quantity rather than quality, that has to be expunged. In fact, it's not the schools, it's not the pupils and the students who have to be re-educated first. It's the teachers themselves. They have to totally abandon this idea that education is perfunctory and go back to those early times when education was educating the entire person, not education by rote, memorize and pour things down, regurgitate whatever is put in your head, but exposing. Youths come to university, a new, quote unquote, a new person would even have been created.
Yes. I mean, I agree with that, Prof, because one thing that I saw when I came to this country was looking at that, how would you explain the obedient movement, or how can we come back?
A new, quote unquote, a new person.
I think he's done with Mazen Namdekano. We are going to go over to other issues like Peter, what he said about Peter Obi. I thought those names in East is what we Benue and the Kogi were most to Biafrans. Yes, now I don't understand the blessing. I don't understand. I thought those names in East is what we Benue and the Kogi were most to Biafrans were dispatched. Of course now, but they have separated you. They have made you believe that they have told you that these people are not Biafrans, that you are not, they are now. Taraba, listen, Benue, I said that when you want to count southeast, is Benue State, Kogi, Taraba, some part of Taraba, not every Taraba. So Plateau no enter. Plateau enter for East. So how are they calling us East? See where you there for that place where green is there. But we agree say we be East. You see where East is there. See where we there. Now what thing I want make we understand with that one. Now, waiting I want make we understand. Before that Benue, Kogi, our even if you want to do that Taraba, they stole part of our land, because if not, that Taraba should have been in the Biafran area, but they demarcated it and give it the name North. So Benue, Kogi, Nasarawa should have been, even Abuja is supposed to be not, is not supposed to be north central, as they tell you. Abuja should not be north central. Where should have been the north central is Kaduna upward, between Kaduna and the Bauchi, Kano should have been north central. Where Kaduna is, where Abuja is not north central. It's not any north central at all. But people don't understand that. They use our brain, the shop bread. We go enter them for truth where they no go fit bring come out. We continue. So now, let us listen to the other side of the story about the London boy.
Would even have been created.
Yes. I mean, I agree with that, Prof, because one thing that I saw when I came to this country was the lack of critical thinking in Nigeria. And like you said, in Nigeria, we are trained to cram and pour what you've been taught in class. And like you just said, that's a very bad way to learn. And for me, one of the things that revealed that lack of critical thinking for me was the last elections. And that's going to be my next topic with you, Prof, is when you saw how obedience treated you, the way they weren't receptive to critical thinking, to your critique of P2OB or the movements. For me, I'm like, there's nothing wrong in criticizing P2OB. We all have a right to do that as Nigerian citizens. Not just any human being at all should be criticized. That's the only way we're going to get better, if we allow ourselves to be criticized. But the obedient movement, for whatever reason, didn't want to hear your critique of P2OB. And rather than offering constructive debates and saying the points that Professor Wole Soyinka raised at these points, and I don't agree with him on these points, they went into being personal, into being, in my own opinion.
No, blessing. What I mean is that when they tell you that the Igbo 5 states is Biafra, even at that, you know be East. Even at that, let's assume say now Igbo 5 states no there for East. So why we are not Easterners from anywhere? I don't know why they call us East. I never, maybe somebody will do geography go come explain them, because I don't do geography. I never understand that aspect of East, South, West. How somebody where they here now, where green day go become an Easterner. I don't understand them. So I really need help. If you are here and you know about it, I beg, I go like make you teach us. Either you call for phone or you tell me, say you want come, make a drop link, make you enter, come explain this thing for, because it's still they confuse me. They confuse me. That's just the simple truth. We continue with Obi.
Very abusive towards you. And so for me, that revealed for me the fact that our education standards are so poor that rather than attacking the points that you raised, they attacked your person. And so for me, my question would be, how did you feel looking at that, and how would you explain the obedient movement, or how can we come back from that
Well, again, it has to do with education. I must tell you, by the way, that I didn't read all this, but of course, certain links were sent to me, especially when factual errors would be the wrong, when facts were being manufactured, quote unquote, being manufactured. I read these things, I was disgusted. There's no other word for it. I really was disgusted. And I know that it was, I realized, of course, it was orchestrated. Internet has become so promiscuous and even venal. I know that there is a relay, I use the word relay mechanism, which is triggered into action by those who control what we call the trolls of internet. And so my disgust and contempt, I just went about my business, because anybody on this earth who thinks he can stop me telling the truth as I see it needs to go and have his or her head examined. It's as elementary as that. But it was depressing to see those who wanted to be political leaders encouraging that kind of action, that kind of attitude in the youth. And my mind went to the expression, they don't know what they're doing. Those who sow the wind will reap the whirlwind. These very trolls, these foot soldiers whom they think, these myrmidons of hate, whom they've trained in that aspect. One of these days, they'll be astonished, they will turn on them and teach them a lesson. And so my attitude was very blasé, to remain blasé about the whole thing. But it is, for me, a sad phenomenon, especially for those who want to lead a multi-textured society, different religions, different ethnic groups, different worldviews, who actually want to preside over such group, as one. It means that they've already declared themselves incompetent to lead such an entity. That's all.
What do you think of the person, Mr. Peter Obi? What do you think? How do you think he can make it right? What mistakes do you think he made, and do you think he has a chance in the next election?
Well, I hope for the sake of the nation that he doesn't express interest in the next election. Because for me as a leader, if there was any proof that he was unfit to lead that country, it's in the conduct which he encouraged among his followers. Because I know for a fact, and I can give you an instance which proved that he was in control of those forces.
Can you please, what's the instance, Prof?
Well, simply because when he first came to visit me, he did come at one time.
That's correct.
Somebody brought him. And I watched him. I watched his action, his body language. It seemed to be very conciliatory. But I remember the moment when he took out his computers, something, and after he made a statement like, "Oh, don't worry, everything, will be taken care of. You don't have anything to worry about these people." He was talking about the quote-unquote obedience. I remember he took out his computer, his phone, and he tapped, a message, there. And he shot me. I was watching him very closely. I didn't say a thing. And after that, everything seemed to be, to be nice and cozy.
So he really did, yes.
And I saw and I read his statement about that meeting afterwards. The statement was a contrast to what actually happened, what we discussed. And I mentioned it in my response when somebody said, I can't remember what he wrote, but anyway, it was a misrepresentation of what happened. And I made sure that I put a statement out saying, no, I'm sorry, this is not what was said. This language never came into it. On the contrary, this is what happened. And so when I meet somebody who is incapable, even at a meeting which is supposed to be conciliatory, of being completely honest, I look at that person, and so I smiled myself. And of course, when I got to Stellenbosch and I was asked a question about this, I repeated exactly what had given, quote-unquote, given offense. Only this time I made it even stronger. I said, Peter Obi did not win this thing. So I led them again to go on the rampage, that's there, and I went about my own business. So there were witnesses at the meeting. You don't take my word. Don't take my word for it. There were witnesses at the meeting.
Yes.
He came with two people, and one person was on my side. Ask them. The statement he put out was not a reflection of what went on at our meeting, at that meeting, which I very reluctantly considered. It was pressure for me not even to allow him into my house. I said, why not? Let him come and say what he wants to say. I want to see him face to face, study him, leave him an opening and then act on them. So that's it. I wasn't going to go into this, but since I see that you're curious, I have to tell you.
No, I'm sorry. I just find it. Thank you for doing that, Prof. I just find it a bit sad because for someone of your stature, like I said earlier, you won the Nobel Prize for Literature. You're someone that's millions of, not just Nigerians, but millions of people all over the world, mostly young people like myself, we hold in high regard. And I was so disappointed when the backlash came, because for me, I see you as someone who is intellectually honest. You've been in the struggle. You were an activist when you were a student. You've gone to jail before. You've been in solitary confinement, and everything you've done for Nigeria and for the world at large. To find young people like myself degrade your person, I didn't know what to say, but I was like, this is not just how to do it. You cannot bring someone like Professor Wole Soyinka down. Like, there are people that you shouldn't even touch, or you shouldn't.
There is nothing you can do for Nigeria to earn a respect. My brother, when they talk, no matter what you do, lay down your life for Nigeria, you earn nothing like respect but disrespect. Before anybody will respect you in Nigeria, Nigeria himself don't know the language respect. Because respect comes from justice. When justice does not exist, where is that respect going to come out from? Nigeria knows nothing like respect, knows nothing like justice. Look at what is going on everywhere. A bag of rice is being sold for almost 100,000 naira, and you are paying a man with family about 50,000 naira, and you are debating it. Why some criminals in the House of Assembly go home monthly with billions of naira? What are they doing with it? No, with justice, everything enter now. Now justice be number. If justice is there, everything enter. Because if me and you do business, I know chop them, I divide them justly as it be. That's a just person now, no be so. Now when person they just truth today inside, truth today inside, respect today inside, personality day inside, dignity day inside, and alacrity is a very alacrity day inside. No, but it's true. Not only in a just person you go find peace, truth, justice, respect, honor, dignity, principle. When justice is not there, oh boy, run no. Nigeria can never honor you for any reason. There is no amount of sacrifice you're going to offer to Nigeria to make Nigeria remember you yesterday. They cannot remember your yesterdays. They cannot even remember your ancestral yesterdays. Rather, they go abandon all the good things we do to go bring up one bad one where they go take destroy you finish. Very simple.
Even like degrade their person. And so for me personally, I just found it, and like you rightly said, that kind of behavior will not win you an election in Nigeria. Nigeria is so diverse and so multicultural that you cannot win an election with the obedient movement's behavior. It's not possible. But for me, like looking at his two other opponents, not just his opponents, but the last two presidents, that of Buhari and that of Jonathan. What was your opinion, sir, on those two last presidential? On those two last presidents?
I'm not going to say anything further about them. Everything which I want to say about the presidential, the last presidential election, I've said already.
I mean, how about Buhari's tenure and Jonathan's tenure? What would you describe?
Oh, Buhari and
the last two presidents. Yes,
Buhari. This is part of the problem. Buhari, of course, and I'll come to that in a moment. Buhari was a disaster. Now, the thing was, when I was asked a question like this, and I answered very honestly, I said, Buhari was a disaster. And I said, oh, yes, and he's saying it. I made certain pungent criticisms of Buhari when he was in power. For instance, I gave him an ultimatum, which I don't know anybody else in Nigeria did, when this banditry, fundamentalist kidnapping, the raiding of farmlands, the creation of a totally new nation of displaced persons, within the nation. Given an ultimatum, I said, as Commander-in-Chief, give those insurgents a notice of 48 hours, I think I said, to quit all the lands they have illegally occupied. And then at the end of that, use maximum force to get them out. And I watched, of course, nothing happened.
Of course.
I merely cite this as one which actually exposes the nature of today's Nigerian vociferous critics, that they are such liars, either liars or deliberate ignorance, that they would actually have the nerve to say that at critical moment, the issues which really go to the core of our nation being, that Wole Soyinka kept quiet of Buhari. And of course, from that, all kinds of, just disgusting insinuations of, he's been bought and so on. And people are saying, they actually dare to say that about me. And there are other instances. I just mentioned this particular one because I waited to see. After that, of course, as I have written in one of my occasional publications, which I call Interventions, after that, we gave up on Buhari completely and began our own do-it-yourself. It's all there. And don't let's flog this horse. Anybody who wants my answer to all these, go and read Baiting Igbophobia. That's the title of my recent and last of the series of interventions. There's even a new edition in which I also cite a few incidents which these people either pretend they don't know about or genuinely do not know about, and this constitutes the armory of their ignorance. And that's really, I'm sorry, because you asked it,
Yes.
I'd already made up my mind. Anybody who wants to know certain issues, the truth behind certain positions, which I take or do not take, let them go read Baiting Igbophobia and then come and meet me on any public forum for a debate.
Yes.
That's all. Otherwise, it's just talking, against, talking to the ignorance.
Yeah, I do
take pride in their ignorance.
No, thank you so much, Prof. I mean, looking at Nigeria as it stands today, I don't know what you'd think, but I would hazard a guess and say that in most Nigerians' opinion, things are not going well. You still have high insecurity, you have high exchange rates, epileptic power supply, or like we've talked about our education.
All right. Wole Soyinka has done justice to that aspect of the program. Is it Nigeria governors and the politicians' mindset is full of looting. That is why they don't think of innovation, but can go abroad to enjoy the infrastructure of that country. Of course, now, my dear sister, that's so it be now, because they are meant not to bring it, but they are meant to enjoy it. All of them, their families are enjoying the same infrastructure they refuse to bring. Their families are enjoying it there abroad. Their family are enjoying it. Their children are in America, in Canada, in Austria, in Australia, in Germany, in Spain, in Italy, in Turkey, in Norway, in every continent. They are there enjoying. They bought nice buildings for their families. They enjoy. Even Peter Obikuma, Nigeria is the only country where the leaders, after leading, leave. the country to go outside the country and they enjoy themselves. All of them. They live outside. Their families live outside. See Babangida's old as he is, his family know they live with him. No live, they live. If they die, you know say he get stroke. If no be money, where he thief, where he take the look after himself if he don't die. So that is the life. A country, if you don't believe in anything, why are you doing it? Why are you deceiving people? P2B, the fools that follow P2B today are following P2B out of deceit. When P2B don't carry, give them. P2B you are following don't believe in Nigeria. He's telling you we work. Who tell me? Show me one person that is telling you Nigeria will work. That believed in Nigeria. Not even a single one. Nobody. Not one. Show me the person. Anybody that is today fighting for Nigeria to survive, to giving you hopes, how Nigeria will turn to heaven. Show me that person, and I will tell you why I tell you, and I will prove it to you that that person doesn't believe in Nigeria. One, just tell me one. Point to one person for me, make I see him. Who be that? Nobody believes in Nigeria we have dual nationality, should in case of eventuality. If you believe in Nigeria, you should believe in that green passport. You should love it and defend it with boldness. P2B love Nigeria, but if you want to travel, go outside, you no go use Nigeria document to travel. In children, no go use Nigeria document to travel. Peter and Bat children know they use Nigeria document to travel. Soludo children know they travel with Nigeria document. Show me now who be that. They don't believe in Nigeria. And they are forcing you, deceiving people to believe in Nigeria. Something you don't believe in, you are forcing people to believe in it. Now the people where you deceive now them be fools now. Because if they no be fool, they're for reason before they go believe that kind of thing. They're for reason before they believe them. Somebody go wake up from anywhere, tell you something, you go jump into conclusion, go the full arm. No be you be the mumu. Now you know. We must wake up from all this our empty brains we will carry full everywhere. We are going to discuss that man, Simon Ekpa. That man, Simon Ekpa, where the video where I been see before, you get small video where I see where some women they talk about Simon Ekpa. And I want us to remember that our people in Delta are still locked out, chased out of their houses. They have not been brought back. They have not been allowed to go back to their homes. All right. That one are the thing we will need to see before we read out this about the man Simon Ekpa. This man Simon Ekpa we want to talk about today. Excuse me. Excuse me. So the man Simon Ekpa, we are going to look into the man Simon Ekpa before we go quickly. Make we true look into the matter. Who be this Simon Ekpa? Waiting in the do. Waiting the people that talk about him. Now, this is not even Nigerian newspaper. Who from? I don't know if it should be German newspaper or I don't know, but who from, or is it that German newspaper or Finland or Finnish newspaper? I don't know. I don't know, but this Hufam is an international newspaper. Not be like Nigerian newspaper where they end. They have so many things, celebrities, everything they there. You see, they have. It's a big newspaper. Not be like a Nigerian newspaper. We'll be saying that only one thing they get, fake news. So we look at the post. Mazi Simon Ekpa, a true leader of Biafra. We will read this article now. This article, person where I can no be Biafra man. He say in name na Jeff Corey. Jeff Corey is not a Biafra man. No Igbo man in short. Because when we talk Biafra man, they go tell you say Igbo. He's not a Biafran. I don't think he's an African anywhere. But we are going to read this thing. We in talk about our Prime Minister this very wonderful evening. So like I said before, I welcome you again as we move. I beg, if you want to come inside the studio, indicate, or let me just put out the link there. So if anybody want to come, the person can come in. if you want to say anything about this, the man, Simon Ekpa, that is the link. You can join us immediately. So he said, Mazi Simon Ekpa, a true leader of Biafra. It doesn't matter what you think about him. It doesn't matter what you believe him to be. It doesn't matter how you like him or hate him or despise him. The truth remains that he is a true leader. The truth remains that he is giving us the hope we need. That's just the truth. So make we quickly read. Okay, now, the Biafra Republic government in exile, Bridgie represent, okay, you are seeing it, so you can be reading as well to know, say, I know the lie. The Biafra Republic government in exile. The Biafra Republic government in exile, Bridgie, represents a major part of the ongoing narrative of Biafra's mission for independence. At the best of this government in exile stands Simon Ekpa, a figure whose leadership has sparked both admiration and controversy. As an entity, a government in exile often surfaces when, listen, government in exile, listen, let me put it here. Government in exile often surface when national group cannot exercise legal and sovereign authority over its homeland due to occupation or usurpation. We be saying now wetin they go to the usurpation, occupation, they take your land, when you they mine the oil from your land and you are still dying of hunger. They are mining the oil from your land and you are dying of hunger. You can imagine the wickedness that has been displayed against our people. You can imagine the level of wickedness. People that you stole this oil, you steal, you suck this oil from their house. They know they eat better food. They know they eat better food. They explore. They explore. The Bridgie, that's the Biafra Republic government in exile, claimed to uphold the political aspiration of the Biafran people, primarily those in the southeastern and some part of the south Nigeria. Biafra territory is the old eastern Nigeria. I don't know, I see the ask question. I don't know who know about this. Sonny no day for help me explain how people where they our side they come become Easterners. I don't understand. I been they no put the thing well. I be the East is supposed to be under Taraba. Now I never understand the truth, and I need somebody who know geography, make it come, or somebody who know the history, make it come help me, make I understand. I need help in this manner. I need help. How can you tell me say I be Easterner? See where I been a F be that, no be E. Now it be that now. How we come be Easterners? I know that I be. Now it get as the value the thing with me, and that's why I need to explain somebody to help me. Explain to me. We continue. The Bridgie claim to uphold the political aspiration of the Biafran people, primarily those in the southeastern and some part of the south Nigeria. Biafra territory is the old eastern Nigeria. In 2023, Simon Ekpa was declared the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, following a detailed and structured election process. The elections are reported by insider and some observers adhered to democratic principles and was aimed at ensuring fair representation and legitimacy. Candidates were nominated based on their commitment to the cause and ability to lead effectively under challenging circumstances. Despite some Despite some external skepticism, those within the Brigi and their supporters emphasized the election's integrity. The process involved multiple stages of voting and a final vote, reportedly including representatives from various Biafran diaspora communities. Though questioned by some, the election transparency was defended vigorously by the British, which released detailed account of the procedures followed by guarantee a fair electoral process. The recognition of EPA the recognition of EPA's leadership extends beyond the confines of the region to include a substantial portion of the Biafra diaspora. However, the struggle for broader international recognition remains fraught with challenges. The international community generally maintains a caution stance when dealing with the government in exile. That means the government in exile these fools are against. The international body knows it. You see why those mumus, morons, waiting for Dr. Damage platform today, we never know or understand anything because they fail to understand. They don't want. You see, when you lack knowledge and they fail to understand that you lack knowledge, your own 9 wars pass. Your own 9 wars pass. Okay. Okay. The international community generally maintains a caution stance when dealing with the government in exile, often referring from official recognition unless there is a substantial consensus or a legal framework supporting such a government's legitimacy. That is where we are going, but people are saying you know be anybody. Don't worry. Don't worry. Whether you want it, whether you don't want it, very soon you will understand that. Moreover, Simon Ekpa's government faces internal challenges, notably from Nigeria authorities and some faction within the Biafra movement who view the Biafra Republic government in exile skeptically. These challenges are compounded by the complicated geopolitical dynamic of the region, where multiple interests converge, often leading to fragmented support base. Since assuming office, Simon Ekpa has initiated several policies to consolidate support for Biafra's independence and reinforce the government structure of the Biafra government. His administration has focused on international advocacy. His administration has focused on international advocacy, seeking global attention and the support for Biafra cause. His government has organized humanitarian aid and cultural events to strengthen community ties among Biafran diaspora. Simon Egba's style through, excuse me, Simon Egba leadership style through diplomatic engagement has impacted the independence movement. Under his guidance, the Brigi has gained a more structured approach to its activities, stressing the importance of international law and the diplomacy in its pursuit of recognition. Addressing the persistence allegation addressing the persistence allegation that label Simon Ekpa as a self-proclaimed prime minister is critical. The allegations stem from misunderstanding and the misrepresentation of the electoral process undertaken by the British. Simon Ekpa has consistently refuted such claim, pointing to the democratic and transparent nature of his election. The term self-proclaimed inaccurately depicts the legitimate and the recognized procedure that led to his leadership role within the Biafran community. Such mischaracterizations undermine the democratic process that the British strive to uphold. They distract from the substantive issues. Simon Ekpa's role as Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile captures the hope and the complication of the Biafran independent movement. His leadership, born from a legitimate electoral process, signifies a crucial phase in the ongoing struggle for Biafra self-determination. Looking forward, EPA administration, looking forward, EPA admi, Looking forward, EPA's administration faces the dual challenge of consolidating internal support and developing international recognition, essential for realizing Biafra's long-standing aspiration for independence. As Brigi continues to stay through these challenges, the efficacy of EPA's leadership will undoubtedly play a main role in reforming the future of Biafra. Whether you agree or whether you no agree, this is just the summary of everything. Simon Ekpa has become the man that everybody want to kill. Why is it that everybody wants Simon Ekpa killed today? Because there is something he is doing that they don't want him to do. There is something he is doing that they don't want him to do. That is just the simple truth. That is just the simple truth, and that is just all about it. And we go continue to preach the gospel of repentance and the gospel of truth. Whether you like it, whether they don't like it, who you be, no me say You know, who you be is different from what you can do. Who you be is different from what you can give. Your name is not what you can give. Your nationality does not mean you are that, or your behavior and your spirit is of that nation. Today, if you're a Nigerian and you anywhere you are being seen or located with the Nigerian passport or anything, you become a suspect. You'll be disrespected. You'll be treated somehow as if you are a dog. That is why all these people that have you not seen Nigerian ministers that were denied entry into America? I've forgotten. There are many of them. Ministers, or I think a minister one time senator was denied entry. He got to America, they denied him entry. There are a lot of cases like that because you are a Nigerian. Other country will never have any respect for you because you are a Nigerian. That is why they love traveling with another man's nationality. You go to Dr. Damage or Mr. Damage platform today, you see all of them full there discussing rubbish. What are they discussing? Uselessness. Uselessness. They discuss useless things. Let me hear what Musa they talk. Musa come and come talk. Let's listen to him before we go. Let's just listen. I never listened to him before, so whether not good or bad, let's just hear what he is about to say.
General, it's good to see you again after such a long time.
You are most welcome.
Thank you. You are theater commander in Maiduguri. You are also commander of the infantry corps. How would you say these two key positions prepared you for the job that you do today?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much once again. It's good to see you. Let me start by also appreciating TVC for your steadfastness, your professionalism. Your station has actually kept us going, have continued to sensitize and enlighten Nigerians on the security situation, especially right from when I was in the theater to when I was in Georgia as a co-commander infantry and now as chief of defense staff. So I owe a lot to TVC and to you particularly because of your tenacity. You've been there, you've taken the bull by the horn, you've visited the theater, you've gone through, you've seen what we're doing. And also following up in your program, we're really very impressed because of your analysis in regards to the situation, and it's very, very frank and very fair. And I think that has helped us seriously in our operations. We need Nigerians to understand that the security situation we're facing needs the support of everyone. It's all society approach. It's not for members of the armed forces alone or security forces. And you have made that very, very clear every time you discuss. And I can see Nigerians are also warming up, following up what you are saying. And we'll just want to say thank you on behalf of members of the armed forces and to continue to encourage you and other media houses to remain very professional in what they do. I've been privileged with the appointments I've held. Starting from being the theater commander operation Hatlinkai, which was my 4th tour of duty in the Northeast, and corps commander infantry. These appointments actually expanded my view on the challenges we're facing in Nigeria, and that actually prepared me for where we are today. What I've understood from what we're going is that the security challenges, especially asymmetric warfare, involves everyone. Every citizen of people in the Northeast, especially in Borno State, they gave us the best of support. And that's why we're also calling on all Nigerians.
Okay. Quickly, there are some important announcements. Come Friday, we have our fundraising. Everybody know that one by now. Say Friday, fundraising day, no be new thing again. We must remember for you to, for your information, those that are just joining us, tomorrow I will play the audio to confirm to you from also that place where them say peace no go reign. They tell you say now, I am happy that the people, the indigenous people, now understand that the problem is those people that came in as a babago, those people that came in as a Bobago. I am happy that the indigenous people now understand that these people are evil. They are evil. Yeah, I am happy that the land has come to understand who they are. The people of the land has come to really understand these people. Now, like I said, remember by next tomorrow we have our fundraising, which everybody know by now. Everybody know. Saturday there will be fundraising. No, this one is another thing. This no, I'm just telling you about fundraising, but this is something I want you to understand now. I will explain it. This thing you are seeing on the screen is direct from our Prime Minister's office. Today being 23, release date 23 of May 2024, as you can see. Press conference. You can see press conference. Okay, it's not full. Hold on. Let me try and make it full. Okay, now it says press conference. Okay. Press conference, press conference, press conference. Press conference briefing as Biafra government drags Nigeria to African court in Banjul. Remember, this is direct from the office of Prime Minister, released today. So tell everybody. Tell everybody. Biafra Republic government in exile hereby invite representatives of the media to cover the first ever press conference by the government, which will be held tomorrow, 24th May 2024. The aim of the press conference is to formally address Biafran government to formally address Biafran's governments, international organizations, people of the world, and the civil society organizations regarding the communication of the Biafran Republic government in exile to the African Commission on Human and the People's Rights. Date 24th May 2024. Time 7 p.m. Biafran time. Location Zoom. Probably the Zoom link will be made available by tomorrow before the time goes off. So do not miss this. You see, there are things I went to Dr. Damage. I was purposely telling him our Prime Minister, our leader, our Prime Minister Simon, and he got angry. I know they got agitated anytime you tell them about Simon. They don't want to hear. They want to ask me questions. And this is the question, or these are the questions they have the opportunity to ask Simon Ekpa face to face. They refuse to ask Simon Ekpa these questions. Someone ever will come to Twitter, come and ask me questions. They will not come. They will run. Somebody want me to give him the particular date that our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, was elected into the office of Prime Minister. I asked him, "Are you a Biafran?" He said, "No." "Why do you want the date?" Yeah, I said, "Okay, I will bring the date, but you have to publish it for everybody to see." He said, "No, he will not publish it." Have you seen how some people brand the work? See how some people brand the work. You hate Biafra, but you love another man's country where they have modernized, where they have built with their blood, where they have paid the price with their blood of children, where they have denied themselves of food and go to war and die to keep. You are there, sitting there, standing there, lying down there, eating their food, drinking their water, doing their enjoyment, doing their every good thing. But you know one come make we are not even calling you to come make we bring Biafra. No, keep your mouth shut to stay out of the business of Biafra. You will stay there. Now Biafra will not support Biafra. If you don't support Biafra, who cares? The electoral process is going on. You cannot go there to vote against Biafra. You are only ranting that nobody knows you. You think anybody knows you? Nobody knows you. We know you as a useless man that Hapns he said. As old as you are. God save and said they no give me microphone. As old as he is spamming here. Fine boy. Mad dogs everywhere. Once you go, if not you go airborne. Okay. Ugochukwu madam second day one them. My brother, I greet you. I greet you. So I beg everybody. Tomorrow no miss this program. It's very, very important. This program. Try and be there. I know they are for one Nigeria now. That's why they tell you say they are looking for peace, the way peace. And they look the people when they talk of peace. How can you get peace? You are not discussing of the Sharia law in the north. State within states. They have some state within state. They have Sharia police, they have Sharia customary court, they have Sharia law, they have Sharia court, they have Boko Haram local government, and you are here telling me of confederation. I mean, what do you call it? That state itself. You say you need federalism state. I mean, what did he call it? I don't know. You need a federal government, federalism. You need peace. You need unity. How can you achieve unity? With who? You see the same problem our people keep making. The same problem. The same problem. You want peace with the people that don't want peace. Have you see the kind of mentality where our people they carry? You want peace with somebody that have told you, I don't want peace. You want to become one family with people that have rejected you, even to the point that one said that if you are a father and your children wake up in the morning and say that I want to go my separate way, I want to go and build my house. No, I will not agree. I must keep all my children in one house. He's a fool. You can't do that. So Duma, he said, make a help and call our PM waiting. I call her this name. Woken no bogere. Well, I go keep person. Get one get woken no bogere. Hey, my brother, what can I no bogere? What can I no bogere? I don't understand this one. Waiting be bogere. People, I beg, I don't try and I don't stay 2 hours for here. So, my people, I greet every one of us once again. We must continue to do what we know how to do. We no go stop because if we stop, that will be our end. We no go stop. We no go stop. I go end the program here. Remember Friday. Remember Saturday is our fundraising. Tomorrow being Friday is this press conference coming up. Hmm? I know Ugo, I know say you get any name, but this one they make me laugh because bogere, I never hear that word bogere before. So I don't know what it be bogere. Bogere, bogere, bogere. The name where you get the plenty. Now if you begin the list, I mean, you don't pass 1,000. Everybody, even till now, people still want the, oh, people still want to give names. So we must continue, irrespective of what happened and how it happened. We go continue the fight for our freedom. So tell everybody, those that want to ask question, may they come tomorrow. Come ask question. Hey, BMO, I greet you, Mazinuku. Dedu Nuku. Dedu Kunde. He said Dr. Damage has damaged himself and the entire family. You never enter your plan. My people, when people no understand, they no go know. I tell you the truth. When people no understand, they no go know. And they went on, they are going on deceiving a lot of people, telling people that it's nothing like a Biafra government in exile, nya, 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 nya. But you are not interested in coming to find out. I thought when you have opportunity, if you give me opportunity to go and ask people big question, now I go there happy to go ask them. You remember our PM at that time, that last 2 years, was calling him to come for debate. Peter be wrong. Let me hear one of them call our PM to come for debate. They will not come. Let me hear what any of them call them. They cannot come for debate. They will not come. But they will stay by the side. And they are looking for Biafra. They will not get. They don't even know how to look for freedom. You that know how to look for the freedom, you are sitting there. Why are you not coming to tell us how to look for this freedom? Why? You see, our people, they are own too much. They are own too much. Didn't they know that to enjoy waiting another man don't work finish? You know one work make you get land the way we say in future. No be you there America they go they talk or say somebody like pastor what it be name Luther, Pastor Martin Luther or Reverend Martin Luther. They don't want to hear their name like that, but they want to enjoy it. You hear of Kennedy, you hear of all of them, but you don't want to sacrifice anything. When Biafra come, you go come tell me, I am a professor at law. I am a professor in such. I'm a professor in biochemistry institution of university. I will use slap, whoop you back to where you come from. Those of you, those of you, if you are Biafran and you are not interested in what we are doing now, when Biafra come, don't even bother coming, because people when they will get your account without looking at your degree or qualification, they don't send you. You sabi fly private jet, you sabi stay for here, shoot gun, you go land for America, carry out your mission, but you no go come bring that. Now when Biafra don't come in one country, me say you sabi innovate aeroplane. That aeroplane but you don't even know. You don't even know. We go continue. We must continue. I want to end this program here. I want us to remember that Biafra is coming and nobody can stop it. Saturday is our fundraising. Saturday remains the fundraising that nobody the dispute is undisputable. For any inquiries, there is a number flying there. Show me this. Do your support people, Ukraine. You show me this. I beg you, come on here. You support Ukraine, no for waiting. Okay, I know if you delete them. We inquiries. Okay, I don't see them. For every inquiry about finance, you want to make your donation, this is the number. Anytime you call the number, somebody go answer you to direct you in case you know get admin. You know, so many people don't want to involve, don't want to give their submission to the admin. That is very bad. Because so many times that they call us, they ask me questions, they ask us questions. So that question you should ask your rep. We could give you admin, make it give you. You go there, call me, they ask me. If anybody come in and they ask me how I want vote, I tell them go meet your admin or your rep. I know there for the family. Why you no go dey there? A time they come when you go need them, and that time they go they select people. They don't need you again. That's our problem. We don't want to be where we're supposed to be when we are supposed to be there. We always go when we are not needed at any point. If you are not in your family, any country, anywhere you are, try and get to that place. Go and involve yourself. Go and enroll yourself in the family group. Become part of that family. I go hands up here. I will say bye for now. We go see later tomorrow. Thank you so much. The 247, they don't release them in short. They don't release them. I see I'm saying they don't release them. So thank God for them. They don't release them. Maybe they go. We go they roll. We go they roll. We go they go. Even if now one person they enter there and go watch, no problem. We go they watch. We go they go. We go they talk. Our mouth, you know.